God wants only one thing from us: humility, nothing else. Saint Paisios the Athonite. Wow. He, for a church father, he has said some very simply stated things. I mean, he was just one of those church fathers that puts things so plainly and so matter-of-factly that it kind of reverberates St. Basil the Great to me. Because St. Basil the Great was another one who just puts things so plainly and so matter-of-fact that it's just right there in front of you. And the nice part is like, a lot of these statements don't have you scrambling or searching for answers. They're just there. That is one of the important things Orthodox Christianity gives a lot of weight to. They're just there. They're just there in its state of being, its simplicity, but at the same time, its complexity. Obviously, there's layers of complexity to almost everything. But there's also layers of simplicity to almost everything. When you break things down and you get into solving problems for yourself, not only are you humbling yourself to become a solution to the problem or overcome a struggle, it humbles you. It humbles you. I mean, I find it time and time again where this is a universal message. This is something that story after story, hero, villain, antagonist, protagonist, I mean, even in the simplest children's story to the most complex, stories, like maybe I'm thinking of a few literary characters. The first one that's coming to mind is Paul Atreides from Dune. That he's a complex character, but there was simplicity in his message and his mission. But he himself knew what the terrible purpose was, but he also had to humble himself because he knew just how powerful he was and just how powerful his message was. So it's one of those things where we're acting outside of ourselves. So right there, we don't think we are God. And having humility in the Lord means taking your pride out of the equation and replacing it with something that's going to fulfill you. And there's always the opposite or the antecedent for what the church fathers were looking for. And a lot of ways that has to help you tame your passions and tame who you are on the inside. I mean, you can't deny yourself through God, but you also can't deny yourself access to the divine or God. And that is where a lot of people become prideful. They think they know better, when in reality, they don't. I know. It took me a while to know that I don't know any better. But then again, you might get differing opinions on that one. But if there's only one thing you want from God, in all the complexity that there is. It's learning those things, overcoming the struggle on how to be humble. And that could be a struggle in and of itself. But that is way more philosophical of a discussion. And then nothing else. Plainly stated and plainly put.